we're not in your mix. We're not in your mix, like ever. We never want to be in your mix. We don't want.
We don't want to party with you.
We don't want to party with you. We don't want anything from you. Half the time we don't even like your makeup. So it's like
Drake doesn't just not understand black culture. He doesn't understand any culture, because why does he have a video where he's got a bunch of guns laid out in front of him? Like he's got, mob ties, but he's currently trying to deal with that problem in court.
But you in the video surrounded by a bunch of choppers. Huh? You're the Canadian chopper slinger now.
Oh my God.
You the Toronto trigger squeezer now.
This guy's crazy.
Huh?
So what then? So what then, big dog? Don't look away now. Don't look away now. Don't look away now. Don't get shy now.
Drake just pulled out real guns in a music video and aimed them straight at Kendrick Lamar, like we're not in 2025. And guess what? Pusha T wasted no time calling him out for that fake mob boss energy.
Y'all favorite Twitter pages are being paid to slander clips the week of their album release. Man, I've been waiting to have a conversation with y'all like this for a little minute. So yesterday, Kirko, a famous page on Twitter, posted Clip's upcoming album, Let God Sort 'Em Out, has reportedly surfaced online days before its official release. And they turned their comments off. Now, Kirko has posted like when songs leak and stuff, but usually when big albums are about to come out or albums that people are talking about, like Hurry Up Tomorrow, for instance, The Weeknd's album leaked a couple days before the album drop, or some songs leaked at least. And they didn't necessarily post it. So I did find that weird, right?
Fans thought Drake would have chilled after getting roasted in his battle with Kendrick, but nope. Now he's out here making wild threats on camera like it's a movie, but the internet ain't buying it. Drake's been acting like some street kingpin, but behind the scenes, he's suing his own label, blaming them for his flop and crying about how they ruined his reputation. You can't make this up. People are roasting him left and right, saying he's got more bark than bite.
But, I mean, y'all don't think it's extremely corny for him to be in a video surrounded by guns?
No, absolutely it is.
Like,
for sure.
Y'all don't think that's extremely corny?
Yeah. But the song, honestly, it just sounds like another good hit Drake. I mean, a good Drake hit. It don't really sound like...
I don't even know if it's.
I wouldn't say. I wouldn't say a hit.
It don't.
It's a cool record.
Like another Drake, like single.
The vibe.
Like okay, cool, like a vibey single.
Why is he in the video surrounded by guns? What is the point?
Because
you want to go to war because you got the rap battle?
He said nobody cared till they in front of your tombstone. So I'm not
mad at it. I just don't love the record. It's a cool record.
Why is he in the video surrounded by guns?
It was a reference to something, but I can look up the
Aubrey
reference.
Gun Graham.
Nah, he was
A.R. Graham now. That's who you are now. You're A.R. Graham.
Oh my God.
This record would make a lot of sense if Drake hadn't said nothing for the last year and a half.
If
he hadn't said a word, no lawsuits, no nothing, hadn't said nothing. He just came out, what did I miss? I didn't know what y'all was on. Like, that would make more sense.
Yeah.
But you in the video surrounded by a bunch of choppers. Huh? You're the Canadian chopper slinger now.
Oh my God.
See, I'm just not. It's cool.
You the Toronto trigger squeezer now.
This guy's crazy.
Huh? What's going on?
You are so, I know that man talk about you in therapy. You are so triggering.
Why y'all? But why, man? That's just tone deaf. You in a video surrounded by guns. You lost the rap battle. It is what it is. You got your ass handed to you for the past year and some change. Now you back with the choppers.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Y'all y'all cool with that.
But the one who really bodied him? Pusha T. The Clips just dropped their first album in 15 years. Let the Lord sort them out. And it's already shaking the industry. That collab with Kendrick? The one Def Jam tried to shut down? It's on there. And now the claws are out because behind the scenes, Pusha's team is spilling tea about how certain folks tried to sabotage the album.
So what then? So what then, big dog? Don't look away now. Don't look away now. Don't look away now. Don't get shy now. We'll fold that up right now. Nerd. Stop it. Stop it, brother. Yeah. Blessings. Blessings. Big up yourself.
And yep, all signs point to Drake. Pusha T didn't name names, But his Instagram post had fans putting 2 and 2 together real quick. He said, "Can't nothing stop this greatness? The lies are very telling. The people will never believe these smear campaigns." And he dropped that post right after it came out that Drake was allegedly paying blogs, who never even listened to the Clips album, just to trash it online. For the past few weeks, Drake's fan base has been relentless on social media, trying to drag Clips through the mud. They've been out here calling the group washed up and saying nobody cares about their comeback. One post even said, "Clips should be ashamed of themselves for dropping the worst rap album I've ever heard." These dudes are almost 50, and the trolls are loving pointing that out like it's a crime to still be rapping at that age.
And for them to have, the energy of a censorship level of energy, like, no, we're not putting this out. You stop, talking to my management team.
People were saying wild stuff like, "Holy ish, I'm gonna laugh watching you try to hype this mess up." And they should focus on making good music instead of mentioning rappers who are way more relevant. One post even mocked them by saying they'd get overshadowed by a Justin Bieber drop, a random Travis Scott track, and Drake's wireless performance, all in the same weekend.
And for me, at that point, I was like, man, this shit reminds me too much of 2018. And reminds me of everything that happened, within that year and a half.
Your battle with Drake.
Right, but I mean, just the censorship of it and the things that, were stopped and halted and verses and so on and so forth. I was like, oh, this is a real situation.
That's cold. Some fans joked it's the total opposite of a coke high, more like a reality check crash. And now Drake stans are trying to clap back at Pusha T over that Instagram post where he called out smear campaigns. Someone on X wrote, "There is no smear campaign. No one cares about Clips in real life. Hasn't been the case in like 4 presidents." They even claimed Clips can't sell even 20% of their tour tickets. They're saying Push is just crying wolf because nobody's buying into the hype. But Push's supporters? They're firing back hard. They believe all this noise from Drake's side is just smoke and mirrors, meant to distract people from another flop diss track Drake just dropped. Yeah, he released a new single called "What Did I Miss?" over the weekend. Once again, Drake is out here crying about people who switched sides during his battle with Kendrick Lamar. He dropped his new track exactly 1 year after Kendrick released Not Like Us. So yeah, it's clearly meant as a shot back. But instead of landing hard, it landed flat. Like, real flat.
After Added On, or whatever, there were quite a few records that were stopped, put like, yo, we're not doing this, or was, just basically shelved. And it
Your
was
verses,
yeah,
for
my
instance, on the
verses,
Pop Smoke album,
yeah, Pop Smoke. But the telling part was when they would get the lyrics wrong.
Oh, sure.
So it one day I forget what song this was, but there was a Pop Smoke song that definitely was that had bars in it.
By you.
But, yes, but then there was another that didn't, and they thought it did. And I was like, wait a minute, what is going on here? Because, you're interpreting something totally wrong.
Fans weren't impressed at all. Drake keeps painting himself as the victim, even though he's the one who's been sneak dissing everybody for months. And when folks clap back, he acts like he's being unfairly attacked. Someone on X said it best. Drake always playing the victim. He's the fake one. Tried to control your crew. Didn't work, huh? Another person chimed in. I wish people would finally get it. Drake stays acting like he's the one being bullied. Even his track, What Did I Miss?, is full of this martyr-type energy. Fans say it's more proof of what Kendrick called out in Euphoria. Drake's not built for this kind of lyrical war. Forget battle rap, he's just not made for it. And let's not forget, there are still those serious accusations that Drake is suing his label over, claiming they let Kendrick hurt his image. It's messy, but here's where it really crosses a line. In What Did I Miss?, Drake raps a line that had people doing a double take. She might say no to me now, but say yes to me later. Like, what? That line had the internet on fire, especially considering the backlash he got over people making memes about him being labeled a certified PDF file. So in the new video, Drake's standing in his backyard, surrounded by real guns, but instead of looking tough, fans are saying he just looks extra corny. The whole vibe felt more like a music video parody than a threat. And the first one to call him out? Charlemagne. He torched Drake on The Breakfast Club, saying he was cosplaying a shooter and called the whole thing embarrassingly fake. Now Drake's defenders are jumping in to say we're all missing the point. According to them, there's symbolism in the scene. The guns are all pointed at Drake, not away. He's standing in between two snipers, both locked in on him. So the message is supposed to be that he's under attack from all sides, but still standing strong like he's unshaken. Dramatic? Sure. But not everyone's buying it. Others say this is just more of Drake playing games with Kendrick.
In your mind, they were being overly sensitive about you rapping about another artist signed to that label. Drake, a huge artist under the Universal banner. And they were sort of playing referee. He was getting Shea Gilgeous-Alexander calls, is what you're saying.
For sure. For sure.
And at that point, you said, all right, I'll keep it moving. You put out Story of Adidon on SoundCloud instead of commercially. The Pop Smoke verse
that happened.
Removed.
The verses get removed. A couple verses get removed. I move on.
Right.
I just move on musically.
Right.
You know.
So then fast forward to 2024.
Fast forward, yeah.
Drake and Kendrick do their thing.
Boom.
Drake files a lawsuit.
Boom.
You play them your new song with a Kendrick verse on it.
Boom.
How do they react?
Now, mind you, the energy up to that point is everybody's clamoring, oh, new album's coming, so on and so forth. Excitement. Everybody's ready. Listen, we 10 songs, 11 songs, 12 songs away. I mean, you know, close. We show up with the Kendrick verse, and everything's halted. It's halted. It's said that it will not be put out. They just didn't want to put it out. They would not speak via email.
They didn't want anything in writing.
Yeah, the label would not send emails.
Nothing in writing.
Nothing in writing to my management. They would call my management, 10 times in a row, trying to get all of this, trying to, just plead their case. Mm-hmm. Now, there was nothing even to be, they didn't like the optic, in my opinion, they didn't like the optics
of two Drake foes teaming up.
Right.
Yeah. Did there a line they pinpointed?
Censor? They pinpointed a line where the phrase trump card was used. Mm-hmm. Right? And so stupid. Mm-hmm. Like, it's like the phrase trump card was used, and they said that they didn't want any problem with Trump or something like that as well.
Unrelated to
unrelated.
Totally
even unrelated. Yeah, totally unrelated.
Just a Trump.
Yeah.
A Trump.
Yeah.
So you felt like they were looking for something.
Of course, they were looking for
to halt the optics.
1000%. That's my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Only now, it's getting reckless. One fan on X wrote, "Kendrick's a real street dude. He lives that life. Drake's pretending. He's the type to run to court talking about he feels unsafe, while still rapping about revenge with guns on screen." And someone else added, "You can't be in the middle of a legal fight, surrounded by weapons, rapping about payback, and then go on a live stream threatening people." Yep, that last part, it's about a moment from Drake's recent live stream where he was out driving a box truck promoting his upcoming album, Iceman. But while riding through, some kids on bikes yelled the B word at him, quoting, "Not like us." And Drake, he snapped back, cursing at them and straight up warning one of the kids that he could get shot. But as usual with Drake, nothing he said actually felt threatening. It was all bark. No real bite. Oh, and by the way, this whole live stream drama went down in Toronto, which explains why Drake suddenly pulled out that thick Toronto accent like he was starring in a street flick. But let's bring it back to Pusha T because he's not letting up at all. Just days before the Clips album dropped, Push did a GQ interview and dragged Drake for filing that lawsuit against UMG over Not Like Us. Push didn't hold back. He said, "I don't rate him no more. The suing thing is bigger than some rap stuff. I just don't rate you." That hit hard. Push basically said Drake's legal moves make the whole rap beef look weak and watered down. He even called it out for cheapening the art of battle rap, like, since when did we start fighting bars with lawsuits? Then it got even messier. Push revealed that Def Jam begged him to get Kendrick to tone down his verse on the Clips track Chains and Whips, scared Kendrick might take more shots at Drake. But Push wasn't having it. He refused. And when he stood his ground, Def Jam told him to cut the entire record from the album. But again, Push stood firm. He refused to take the track off, and just like that, Def Jam dropped Clips from the label. That's when they ended up signing a new distribution deal with Roc Nation. In a fresh interview with Elliott Wilson, Push explained how Def Jam started nitpicking Kendrick's verse and putting heavy pressure on them to ditch the song. But Push didn't stop there. He compared the whole label situation to his legendary 2018 clash with Drake, when he dropped The Story of Adidon and exposed Drake for hiding a son. In a recent interview with Pop, Pusha T revealed that after he dropped The Story of Adidon and exposed Drake, things started shifting behind the scenes, fast. Several of his tracks got shelved, and it felt like he was being punished for going at Drake so hard, like the industry had picked a side and it wasn't his. Push said he tried to move past it, but when Def Jam came back years later, trying to pull the same move with Chains and Whips, he knew he couldn't let it slide again. This time, he was ready to fight back. According to Pusha, the label claimed they wanted the song pulled because he used the phrase Trump card, and they didn't want any problems with Trump. But Push straight up called that excuse nonsense. He said it had nothing to do with politics and everything to do with protecting Drake. Because what they really didn't want? Two of Drake's biggest rivals, Kendrick and Push, teaming up on one track. Now Push tried to play it cool, saying the lyrics in Chains and Whips weren't even aimed at Drake. But come on, the title alone screams subliminal. Fans instantly clocked the connection. Let's break it down. On Churchill Downs, Drake's collab with Jack Harlow, he takes clear shots. He spits, "All I hear is plug talk coming from middlemen," a dig aimed straight at Push. Then he flips the energy toward Kendrick with, "Tall tales coming from little men, whips and chains like a dominatrix." So yeah, Clips dropping a track with Kendrick called Chains and Whips, that's no accident. Once again, Drake's out here doing his usual routine, talking tough, but none of it really hits. It's all bark, no actual bite. And let's not forget, this latest drama, it all went down in Toronto. That explains why Drake suddenly flipped on his thick Toronto accent like he was auditioning for a gangster movie. But the real pressure, it's still coming from Pusha T, who's not letting Drake off the hook at all. Right before the Clips album dropped, Push sat down with GQ and went in. He blasted Drake for suing UMG over Not Like Us, saying, "I don't rate him no more. The suing thing is bigger than some rap stuff. I just don't rate you." That's cold. And fans felt it, because suing over a diss track? That's a weak move in this game. Push called it out for what it is, watering down the culture, like since when did we trade lyrical bars for courtrooms? It's rap, not litigation. But it didn't stop there. Push exposed how Def Jam tried to silence Kendrick on the Clips track Chains and Whips, worried he'd fire more shots at Drake. They told Push to ask Kendrick to tone it down. He said no. Then they told him to take the whole track off the album. Again, Push said no. And guess what? Def Jam dropped Clips from the label over it. Push and his brother didn't flinch. They turned around and signed a new deal with Roc Nation instead. In a new interview with Elliott Wilson, Push broke down how Def Jam kept nitpicking Kendrick's verse, trying to kill the track altogether. But Push stood on business. And just to make things even spicier, he compared all of this label drama to his iconic 2018 beef when he dropped The Story of Adidon and exposed Drake for hiding a son. That moment shook the industry. And now, it's happening all over again. This war is far from over. If you made it this far, you already know what to do. Like, comment, share, and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next chapter in this wild saga. Let us know in the comments. Is Drake going too far, or is Pusha just built different? Catch you on the next one.